Hello, it's Junie. I wanted to look at Summer Wells's transits. I know I don't have anyone on yet, but I wanted to take a peek at her astrological transits. The transits are the green areas out here. And I pulled a couple of asteroids, that I think are pretty important to Summer Wells's case. So, I'm just going to wait to see if we get anyone on. I'm going to grab my water. I have laundry going in the background, so it might be a little loud, and it's raining here, so. Oh, I don't know what that was. Okay, all right, I'm just going to start talking. I know I don't have anyone on yet, but hopefully you guys can rewind this and watch it later. Okay, so this is the crime chart for Summer Wells. This is not her natal chart. This is the 911 call, okay? This is when she was reported missing with law enforcement, okay? So some of the asteroids that I did pull, let me see if I can find myself on here. Hold on a second. Pull up my other thing. Give me 1 second. Okay. All right, I found myself. Okay, good. Okay, just as long as I can see myself here. Okay, so this is the crime chart. I have her at 6:32, I believe. Summer Wells, went missing June 15th, 2021, Kingsport, Tennessee. I can't get Rogersville, so I'm using Kingsport, Tennessee. So we start off with the AC line. Why do we start at the AC line? Because the AC line rules the victim. This is criminal astrology, horror ray astrology. I also pulled some of the fixed stars. Fixed star Algol is showing up here. I have Sirius here, fixed star Regulus. I don't know why my screen just went kind of like yellow. It's kind of weird. I have fixed star Spica and Antares, I think it's called. Antares is right here, it says ant, right there. That is the heart of the scorpion, because Scorpio is ruling my AC line here. So that's where that fixed star stays. And I have right now in transit so Scorpio can rule transformation, death, rebirth. It's kind of like the meat grinder. Hey, Susie Q. It's good to see you. Oh, you're trying to get your grandson to sleep? Tell him I said hi. Hello, sweetie. Sweet boy. So, I have Medusa in transit of the heart of the scorpion. So this is a fixed star. It's considered an angel, okay? It's actually, I'm trying to remember which angel it is, I believe. Is it an angel? It rules the west direction. I know that. think, yeah, it is an angel. I think it's Archangel Oriel. And Fomalhaut is Gabriel, Pisces. So there's angels. These are the angels that are always watching from the heavens above. They rule the there's Aldebaran. That one's right here. It's the bull. It's the eye of the bull right here. It says ALD. So, these are important fixed stars. And in crime, unfortunately, it's usually that a victim has something traumatic happening to them, and you see these angels show up when something traumatic is happening to a victim. Does that mean that one of these angels are coming and taking the victim to heaven? I don't know. I don't know. But I have noticed them, that they seem to appear during a traumatic event on these charts. Like I said, this is the eye of heaven. This is God's wristwatch, okay? In my opinion, this is God's wristwatch. They talk about these angels in the Bible all the time. In Enoch, they talk about these specific angels having power in the heavens, in the skies. Okay, so, hey, Mary. It's good to see you. To my handlers, you can pay for my internet service, mine Space Cadets. Okay. If I had the money, Mary, I'd pay for it for you, sweetie. I really would. Okay. Okay, so Scorpio is ruling the chart, which means that Mars and Pluto are the co-rulers of this chart, okay? I feel more so it's Mars because of all the activity that we have around Mars when summer goes missing. So again, this is at 6:32 when the 911 call comes in. So this is a snapshot of when a child goes missing, okay? Summer Wells, 5 years old, missing from Rogersville, Tennessee. I have my chart set for Kingsport, Tennessee, all right? So, so my ruler of my chart is Pluto and Mars. I feel that summer is more so Mars. One, we have Hygeia here, which rules health. It's at an 18th degree. That's not a very good positive degree. We have Don Wells. I actually have an asteroid by the name of Don Wells. You can look him up. He's, let's see if I can find. He's right here. That's his asteroid number. So there is an actual asteroid named Don Wells. So if you're ever looking at astrology and you want to see where Don Wells shows up, be sure to pull his name because he actually has an asteroid in the heavens. He is conjunct Medusa. That's not good, okay? He's at a 22 degrees of Medusa. He's at 21 degrees. That is 1 degree apart. They're right on top of each other. The moon is also a second co-ruler of a victim, especially if a child is 5 years old and under. You really want to focus on the moon because it can be a second co-ruler of where a victim could be, or where a victim it just can relate more so to the missing person, the missing item, the missing victim. Okay, so who's ruling my chart? Basically, Algol is ruling my chart. The North Node is there, right smack dab. I believe Black Moon Lilith is there, which is your hidden desires, okay? Algol is an injury to the neck and head, okay? He is a demon. He's a demon star. He's not good. He's very evil, okay? I don't know how else to explain Algol to you, but he's very, very evil, okay? In Kirsty's book, I'll show you a page in her book to describe Algol. Okay, this is Kirsty McIntosh's book. Sorry, it got all dirty. 1 second. It got water spilled on it. Kirsty McIntosh's book, Understanding the Crime Chart. Okay, so we're here. Algol, the demon star, the Gorgon's head, primitive female sexuality, strangulation, beheading, danger to the throat and neck, murder, violence, mass catastrophe, catastrophe. The evil one, the demon star, passionate, intense, hysterical, very unfortunate. That is ruling our open enemy line. I mean, it's right smack dab on there. I mean, you can't miss it, right? So there's the demon star, Algol, right there, affecting her destiny. Even in transits, I have the planet Uranus, which again is telling us that this is an unexpected, shocking event. It's telling us that something unexpected happened, something out of the blue, you know, like it was a normal day, and then bam, there's some type of tragedy, some type of tragic event that happens. It's showing up in transits as well, okay? So I also have Uranus in the sixth house. The sixth house rules our victim's health. So, you know, it is health, how you are of service to others, and things of that nature. So we have Algol, which is a neck injury or a head injury in the house that affects health. And then we have the planet of accidents and shocking events. So here's Uranus here in transit. So all the green planets are where the planets are right now in the solar system, okay? So this is the planets right now, and this is how the planets are affecting the actual crime chart. I hope that makes sense. Does that make sense? Hi, Lion of God. I'm doing a crime chart, Lion of God. It's for a missing little girl named Summer Wells. Welcome in, Lion of God. Hang out with us. Okay, so if you're the Lion of God, that's right there, Regulus. See Regulus? Regulus is the heart of the lion. Regulus is one of the guardian angels. And Regulus is the heart of the lion. He rules the north direction. And Regulus, yeah. He's connected to Raphael. Archangel Raphael. So there you go. Heart of the lion. There you go. Okay, so let me get back to where I was. So the open enemy is in Taurus. So I'm looking at yeah. So that line, this line rules the victim. This line rules our open enemy. And 26 degrees is right smack dab on the DC line. So Algol is at the 26 degrees. That means Algol is ruling our open enemy, okay? Which could be an accident. It could be, I'm praying that it's an accident, actually, because if it's not an accident, then the devil got her. Like, literally, a demon got her, okay? Like, this is the devil, and this is the devil, all right? What's weird is Algol is the story of Medusa. It is the head of Medusa. And here, right next to Don Wells, at 21 degrees, the asteroid of Don Wells, I have Medusa, the actual asteroid Medusa, who also had her head chopped off, okay? Had a neck injury, had a head injury, and I have Don Wells right on top of Medusa, near the moon, and near Hygeia, which affects health of our victim, and Mars there, which rules our victim. Now, if you look down, see these red lines here? That is an opposition to Pluto. Pluto is the planet of death. It's in Capricorn, okay? That's not good. Capricorn rules the skeleton, the hair, the skin, the nails, the teeth, and the bones, a body. So I have my victim oppose Pluto in the second house, which can mean that this victim had some type of value to her. It could mean that our victim was looked at like a piece of property to some degree, or, you know, like, I have to get rid of this body because it has some type of value to it, right? Or I have to make money off this body, or something like that. But there's a value opposing the victim, some type of value, right? Because this is the things that you value, you know, how you cherish things, how you take care of things, how you value your money, how you value your possessions, and the house opposite that. So on your natal chart, when you're looking at this, if you have planets in the second house, it's how you value things, how you cherish things, how you take care of things, how you take care of your loved ones and your property, right? How you take care of your home, how you take care of your car, how you take care of your possessions, okay? And then opposed that is the 8th house, which is other people's money, your spouse's money, inheritance, taxes, sex, death, taxes, all that is in the 8th house, okay? So this is how you cherish your possessions and your money, and this is other people's money, just so you can find that on your natal chart. But in crime, we look at these houses a little bit different, okay? Because this is a forensic criminal astrology chart. So that could mean that this death here had some type of value connected to it, okay? Hey, Missy, how you doing? You're at work? How's work going? Going okay? Any news yet? All good? Missy? Okay, so we also have in this yod, okay, there's a finger of fate. It's called a finger of God. It points to death, all right, in the house of value, and other, possessions. That she's a possession, okay? So in this yod, we have Medusa, we have Don Wells, and we have the moon kind of all right here in this little corner of the yod, going over to the sun, which could be a vital life force of a victim, because the sun rules your heart, your back, and how the blood pumps through your heart, okay? And that goes right over to the sun, and then the finger of God goes poink right down to death. So that's Pluto, 26 degrees. Algol is at 26 degrees. You can't make that shit up, okay? That's kind of crazy, all right? Other things here that make me think of a possible neck injury is I also pulled some of the same asteroids that I used for Charlie Kirk when I did Charlie Kirk's chart, because Charlie Kirk was assassinated with a shot through the neck. I pulled up this asteroid here, which is Antinous. Antinous is a part of your Greek mythology, if you know your Greek mythology. He is someone who had an arrow pierced through his neck, okay? That's at the 17th degree of Mercury as well. Mercury, it can be two people. Mercury can be siblings or people in your local neighborhood. People usually younger than 29 or 30, younger people, and it can rule siblings. So it makes me wonder, with the sun, there's an older person here. It could be an older male. With Mercury there, we could have the two siblings. We could have some anger here because Vulcan's here, okay? Vulcan is Mars's brother, and he explodes, right? Like explosion in Gemini, two people. So Taurus and Gemini share the 7th in the DC line. It just makes you... So things that make you go, right? So if I look at the transits, so the crime chart Mars is right here. And if I look at the Mars that's in the heavens right now is here. So here's her crime chart Mars when she went missing. And over here is Mars that's transiting her chart, her crime chart. Okay, it's square. That is definitely a square right here, right? They're square right now. So that could be a lot of inner conflict regarding her crime right now. It could be some aggression and tension and impulsive actions, impulsive activity surrounding her crime. What happened to Summer, right? There can be some juvenile impulsive behavior here with this Mars transiting Candace. So Candace is right here. I have Candace and Summer. They're together on the crime chart. And at 2:30, I got Candace right there on the AC line with Summer. So I know Candace is with Summer during this crime. Candace is with Summer. We're supposed to look at a 3-degree orb, but they're still conjunct because it's only 9 degrees apart. So I have Candace and Summer 9 degrees apart here, all right? And right now, Mars is in transit of Candace and Summer. So that's why we're having all this impulsive activity with Candace right now, and juvenile behavior, impulsive words, impulsive actions is coming out of Candace's mouth right now. And the astrology is reflecting that right now. Don Wells, let's see. Who's in transit of Don Wells? The moon, Venus is in transit of Regulus and the moon and Medusa. And for health, for Summer's health, I have Antinous and Selene. So again, that's a neck injury over top of health, over top of a planet that rules Summer. Don Wells is creeping up next to Kronos. So sorry, Don Wells, it looks like the astrology is letting us know that you're getting older and you're starting to feel the effects of Kronos, who is Father Time, who is, when you're getting into older age. I'm curious if Don Wells might have some health issues. Okay, so the crime chart Mars is also sextile to the sun here too, if you look, right? So here's Mars, and if I go over to the sun, that's a sextile. Okay, so it's about 120 degrees apart. Yeah. So to me, how I'm looking at this is that there's going to be some action with maybe some leadership about Summer Wells' case. So with the Mars sextile to the sun, that's sextile is more of a positive energy. A square is more of a negative energy. So like with Mars square the Mars, and Candace is here in the crime chart. That's why we're having all this activity from Candace. I'm sorry, is someone texting me right now? Because I can't get to my text. Hey Karen, it's good to see you. If someone is texting me right now, I can't see it because I'm on my phones. And if I go check the message, wait, can I go check the message without hanging up on you guys? I'm scared to check the message because I think I'll hang up on you all. I don't want to lose you guys. Hey, Meme Jeans, it's good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so that's why I think we're having all this crazy impulsive activity right now with Candace, because the Mars is square. The planet Mars that's in the heavens right now above our head, okay, this is Mars above our head about an hour ago, is right over top of Candace, which makes her impulsive, aggressive, kind of like not thinking before she speaks kind of thing. She could have some inner conflict, inner aggression. Just, I don't know, pretty impulsive behavior with this square here. So this is the square I'm talking about, right here. Mars and Mars. And the sun has a sextile to Mars. So this crime chart sun to Mars, I feel like it's going to be new leadership coming involved. Maybe two people. Let me see, the sun's in Gemini, right? The sun's in Cancer. So we could have someone who's more emotionally involved as a leader with Summer. It could be a female. 25 degrees. So 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Someone who's going to take action. So that's positive to me. Someone's going to be put forward. And it's actually shining more light. It's making us more aggressive on talking about Summer. And that's happening right now. There are a lot of people talking about Summer right now. And that's that people are taking action. Mars is also a planet of action and movement and impulsively moving, right? The people are coming out and talking impulsively about Summer. Not like impulsively bad, but just that, you know, people feel a little triggered right now because of all this stuff that's happening. And like I said, I really don't care that Candace came out of the closet, and I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know if it's a lie. I don't know if it's real. I don't know. But I don't care. I still think she's not utilizing her channel. She's not utilizing her time on the internet to advocate for her daughter. She only advocates for her Cash App or PayPal. And it makes me feel sick inside. And when I look at Candace, I look at someone who's not just broken because she's missing her daughter. I'm looking at someone I feel who might have a guilty conscience. That's just my own personal opinion. You can come at me and attack me all you want. But personally, when I look at Candace, I see someone who has just been put through the ringer because of her life choices. Now, I'm 51 years old. Not that I look great either. I need to lose some weight. I'm trying to lose weight, okay? But, like, it's not easy, all right? I get it when you get older. But, you know, she looks rough, man. And I think she looks rough not because she's missing her daughter. I think she looks rough for other reasons. So, also the Mercury. If you look at her Mercury, you know, and it's square, it's square the North Node in the crime chart. Well, the North Node that's transiting right now. So down here is the North Node, and I have an attack, a physical attack, Nessus. North Node is right on top of a physical attack. Here I have Candace in transit over Aquarius, which is a shocking event, over a physical body. Remember, Saturn rules the hair, the skin, the teeth, the nails. I have Candace conjunct DNA, conjunct Pluto. I'm sorry, you look like shit, okay? You look terrible here. You look terrible. I'm sorry, Candace. That looks like shit. That to me is like she's aware of a shocking, unexpected event, probably an accident that affected her body. At the 13th degree, that's an Aries degree. Aries rules accidents. Aries rules conflict, anger, aggression. Aries rules bumping heads, a head injury. So Saturn at the 13 degrees is a head injury. Then we have Candace in transit, DNA, a physical body, and Pluto, which rules death. That doesn't look too good to me. She's almost opposite. Well, not totally. Pluto is opposite Venus and Don Wells. Also, we have Pisces. The North Node is transiting Pisces, which, you know, Pisces is lying. Pisces is being under the influence. It's drugs, delusions. It's illusions. It's making things up. It's the fog machine. It rules drugs, alcohol, and it's part of her destiny. And conspiracy theories, and just shady shit in a crime chart. And Saturn, which would rule a physical body, is also with Neptune here. So again, it's like a double whammy. It's like, I'm really wondering if she was exposed to drugs or alcohol or something, and something happened to her with all this Neptune energy. Even Mars goes right down to Neptune. Venus, who is ruling the open enemy, goes down to Neptune. The Sun, Vulcan, Mercury, square to Neptune, which is lies, delusion, and also drugs and alcohol. It's like the whole household is affected by drugs and alcohol. Everyone. Even some of the kids. I'm not saying all of the kids were, but some of them. So yeah, that's why I wanted to really show you, like, the Mercury is square the North Node. So that could be secrets being exposed, possibly with her siblings. I mean, I really think her siblings might be struggling with the destiny of her case, you know, and maybe they'll expose a secret. Maybe they will. Maybe they'll talk. Maybe they'll want to communicate. There's definitely going to be more communication about Summer Wells to come. So just be prepared, guys. We're going to hear more and more and more and more talking about Summer Wells. And you know, I would say that we have to be careful with what we hear, you know. But it could be a secret exposed with the North Node, because the transiting North Node, you know, square Mercury like that. So this is the Mercury in the crime chart. It's square the North Node down here. That's just more communication, but it's also like hidden secrets and things of that nature, I would say. Because it's in Pisces, so more talk about drugs, alcohol, the conspiracy of the destiny of this case, the destiny of Summer. There's just more conspiracy surrounding it, and that's just more talk about it. So, does anybody have any questions? Hey, Luminous. Love you, honey. It's good to see you. Love all you guys. Thanks for being here. Don't forget to subscribe and leave me a like if you can. I'm trying to build my channel a little bit. I haven't really done that, but I'm just trying to. Any other questions about the astrology? I'm going to start mapping her out. I lost all my maps. Look at this. So the only map I have when I go to my maps, I'm so pissed. I don't know what the fuck I did. They're gone. I just have Jack and Lily. Jack and Lily, the kids missing from Nova Scotia. All my other maps are gone. This was all filled up with maps. So I'm going to have to remap Summer. This is the missing kids from Nova Scotia. Jack and Lily. So I know that they were, for Jack and Lily's case, I know they were looking for cadaver dogs. So there's a couple of spots on the astrology that map out. One is this lake here. I have a wound that never heals, and I have Mercury going through here. And remember, Mercury means 2, and it rules siblings. And it's at the 17th degree. So that rules children, 17th degree. So I have siblings at the 17th degree. 17th degree rules children. So I'm very interested in this line, because Mercury is ruling the AC line at about 8 a.m. in the morning, when I think is when, oh, thank you so much, Luminous. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Hey, Trisha. Some of Summer's lines go through the Kingsport Inn. Same one, Layla went missing. Have you ever thought about doing a map on that place? JCJS. For Layla, I haven't done a map for Layla. I have done a map for Summer. Yes, and I do believe it does go through the Kingsport Inn. Is that place still open? Isn't it like shut down, Trisha? You just answered my question. Thank you. I look forward to seeing the new mapping. Yes. Sorry, Missy. I wasn't looking at the chart. I think I remember you telling me you were going to do some more mapping on this. Have you done it yet? No. I'm sorry. I've been so busy with work. And honestly, guys, I come home from work and I like cook dinner. And I'm exhausted. And then I do dishes. Like right now I'm doing laundry because I literally don't have any work clothes for tomorrow. I was like looking in my closet. I'm like, what the hell am I going to wear tomorrow? So I'm washing some work clothes. And I just got done doing the dishes and cooked dinner. And what time is it? It's like 10:30 at night, you know? And I'm exhausted. I really love working. It's just, you know, it's hard to juggle it all. But I am going to map her. I just wanted to look at the astrology real quick. So with Jack and Lily, oh, and tell you about the transits and why we're seeing what's happening right now. You know, so I really do feel like that sextile between Mars and the Sun. Missy, do you kind of think that too? Like there's like new leadership coming to the forefront for summer. It might be feminine. I'm not sure, but I think that we're gonna have maybe two people, but someone who's more emotional about summer, more emotional than Ronnie Lawson, is what I think. Hopefully, it might be a break in her case that we need. I mean, the thing about summer, guys, is, let me go back to summer. The thing about summer, this is Summer's crime chart, right? So the time that she goes missing, if we have the AC line as Scorpio, okay? Remember, that means that Mars and Pluto are the co-ruler of this chart, okay? They're ruling this chart, really, okay? So we look to see what houses these two guys are in, okay? So they're in cadet houses. Well, Mars is in a cadet house, the 9th house, and Pluto is in a succeedant house, which can give us hope, okay? And Summer, her asteroid, is in a successful house when she goes missing. But see, I think Summer gets into trouble between 2:30 and 3. I personally think that's when she probably, in my opinion, gets into big trouble. On my astrological opinion, between 2:30 and 3, I think Summer gets into I don't know how to say it. I just think that on an astrological level, she is in danger, great danger of losing her life, okay? I'm not saying that she did lose her life. I'm just saying, as far as on an astrological level, when you go back to 2:30, Pluto isn't the end of the matter. Capricorn is at the end of the matter. 8th degree is death, okay? The 8th degree is death. Pluto rules death. Capricorn rules the body. And woo, look at all this energy shooting down to Pluto. Plus, I have a huge T-square involving Medusa, Don Wells, and the moon, okay, which is a neck injury, Don Wells, and the moon. The moon can also rule the mother, all right? And Hygeia is there, right on the corner of this T-square, pointing over to Uranus in the 8th house of death at the 13th degree. The 13th degree rules accidents. It also rules anger, conflict, rage, sharp instruments, guns, knives, weapons, okay? And Algol is in the 8th house of death, all right? And it, 13th degree is the head, and that's where the climax is. Do you see this triangle here? And it points right over to Uranus, okay? In the earth sign, meaning she could have been outside. 13th degree rules Mars, the god of war, rage, anger, conflict, bumping heads, head injury, car accident, okay? And it matches down to Saturn, which rules a physical body, okay? Your skin, your hair, your teeth, and your DNA. So again, I have this huge T-square pointing to an accident at the 13th degree, Aries degree, going down to Saturn, which is in Aquarius, which is accidents, okay? Like a tragic accidents. 5th house, which rules children. So this T-square here really tells a story about a neck or a head injury, an accident outside, that's a shocking, unexpected, shocking event with children. There you have Saturn. And guess what Saturn's at? Saturn is at the 13th degree. So in this little T-square, you have the 13th degree, which is accidents, conflict, anger, rage, weapons, okay, sharp instruments, something sharp that's affecting the body as a shocking, unexpected accident event, okay, or something shocking happening with children, Uranus in the 8th house of death. And I have Pluto, who rules death, going through the end of the matter, which rules a physical body. I don't see her coming off that hill at about 2:30, 2:32. I don't think she, in my own personal opinion, looking at this on an astrological level, I'd be shocked if she was coherent, or she was in grave danger of death. Okay. Plus, you still have the finger of God, the finger of fate, going right down to death. Okay, right there. This big triangle here, pointing to death, and then you have a huge T-square pointing to an accident in the house of death, or an unexpected, shocking event in death. Hey, Empress Ziggy, it's good to see you. Are you going live? Okay. Well, I'm going to hop off soon anyway, so I'll pop on and see you. So the thing I was telling you about with Summer is, you know, her Mars here is in the 10th. So this could be, you know, one day we'll find her. But when the 911 call comes in, she's in. So the 911 call comes in at 6:32, right? So let me change this time again. 6. And is my daughter still up? She has got to go to bed. She's got school in the morning. I just heard her laughing, so she's on the phone. I just called her giggling up there. All right. So here, Mars is in the 9th house, which is a cadent house. Cadent houses means that it's going to take years to figure out what happened to the victim. It's just, and it also can be that the victim is farther away or that it's harder to solve. Don't forget, Summer went missing on a void of course moon. When people go missing on a void of course moon, it's very difficult to find them. It can take years. Sebastian Rogers, he's another one. I believe he went missing on a void of course moon. So it takes time to solve their case. It could take years, you know? But this gives me hope that we might actually find her, or find something with her body. A death, because Pluto is death, Capricorn is the body, and that's in a success house. Okay, this is more successful that we may find her. And Pluto and Mars are both co-ruling this chart together. So that gives me hope. So it's like the chart is saying this could take years to solve, but we might, you know, it might be that we just find her body but never know what really happened to her. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So there's like a possession here of the body. And see this down here, right here, Candace conjunct DNA, Pluto, shocking event, right over top of Saturn here. My opinion, I think Candace may know something about DNA of a death, because DNA means just that, DNA. Now, that's just my own astrological opinion. You do not have to take it as fact. I'm not accusing Candace of doing anything, but I'm just saying they don't look good. I mean, if you go back to Summer at 2:30, when I think something drastic is happening to her between 2:30 and 3:30, well, I'd say between 2:30 and 3, I think is when she's in grave danger of losing her life, okay? It doesn't look good, okay? So if you look where Summer at 2:30, The first house rules the victim. Libra rules the victim, okay? And Summer and Candace are right here in the first house together. I'm sorry, guys, I lost you. So Summer and Candace are right here in the first house together, okay? At 2:30, between 2:30 and 3. And then look where Candace goes about 3:34. Okay, let's change the time to 4. See where Candace goes. Now, this is not something that you have to take as fact. This is just astrology. You don't have to take it as fact. But if I go to 4:30, where does Candace show up at 4:30? This is right before the 911 call, right? The astrology shows Candace right there on the AC line. And Summer is going into endings. Sorrow and endings is the 12th house. So Candace is getting ready to go right in there too into sorrow and endings. So, and Summer being hidden. Summer is being hidden. 12th house is secrets, things that are hidden. Drugs, alcohol. Let's take it to 5. An hour before the 911 call, right? 1 hour before the 911 call, where's Candace? Showing up in the astrology. Candace is showing up in the house of endings and sorrows. Summer is in endings and sorrows. Mars is there, which, guess what? Mars is in transit of Summer, and Mars is co-ruling Summer on the crime chart. Okay? So even though this is all these years later, the astrology is still telling us this is Summer. There's Mars, there's Summer. You can't make that up. That's the universe. That's how God knows exactly what's happening to us down here. They say God knows every hair on your head. I believe it. I think God does know what's going on down here because I think this is how he keeps track of us. I really do. So, Candace and Summer are in things that are hidden, your self-undoing, your self-unfolding, the 12th house, sorrows and endings, and Summer is there too. Algol is still is an open enemy. Uranus, look where Uranus is. The planet of accidents and shocking events outside, because it's an earth sign, Taurus. 13th degree, there's the number 13 again. Aries, a head injury. So you have 13th degree next to a planet that rules accidents and an unexpected shocking event. And you have the mother and the child in the house of sorrow and endings by 5:32. It looks terrible. It's very sad. And Pluto, this could be, and Saturn, that could be the body. 13th degree, a head injury, or a neck injury, or head injury, an accident, and they're traveling. Now they're moving. Now she's moving. To me, this is a physical body, probably in a car by 5:30. Then the 911 call comes in. So, they're traveling. Between 4 and 5:30, they're traveling. And over here, I have Candace with Summer. So, I don't know. It looks bad. All right, so please remember, all suspects are considered innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. This is just astrology. You do not have to take it as fact. But, it is interesting how it plays out like this. It's interesting. All right, y'all. I'm going to go over mod for Ziggy soon. So I will see you all soon. I will map Summer out this week. I promise. It's either going to be tomorrow night or Saturday during the weekend, because I have to redo all my maps. Did you guys want to look at? The map for Jack and Lily? Here's the map for Jack and Lily. This is the only one that I've been able to save. So I was going to show you guys for Jack and Lily. I'm interested in this part of the lake right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Here. Turn it away. Okay. So here in the part of the lake, I have Mercury, which rules 2 people and siblings, 17th degree, which rules children. Chiron is a wound that never heals. So I'm interested in this pi section here on the lake. I'm also interested in the sun, which rules the vital life force, goes through this lake right here on the corner. The sun could be someone bigger, someone older. So, I mean, they could have moved him in 2 different places. I'm not sure. So I'm interested in this part of the lake as well. Let's see. There's some other places down here that I'm interested in. You know, astrology gives us a few places to search, right? And these lines out here, the circles, they're my mile markers. So, like, if you look at Summer's chart, the 14th degree would be 14 miles, or 1.4 miles, or 14 feet, 14 yards, or 1,400 miles, okay? You can look at it like that. So there's a couple of mile markers that you pull out of the inside of the chart, and I've started mapping the moon, too, and I also map the IC line. So here the IC line's 22 degrees. That could be 2.2 miles, but this is at a different time. This isn't the 911 call. So the 911 call is when I should actually do her miles, which is 26, because Algol is ruling that chart. So that's what it looks like. When I do Summer's chart, you'll see my mile markers here. So I mile mark the moon, the degree of the moon, and I mile mark the AC line and the DC line, and I also mile mark anything that stands out on the inside of the chart. So that's why I have all these circles. And, you know, it's weird because I have seen things where you can see where a person might turn left on a street, and it's like right on a mile marker. Like you can kind of see here where these streets are and things. These mile markers actually do sometimes play out in some of these crime charts that we've done together. Hi, Kyle's now, Candy. It's good to see you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. So for Jack and Lily, I'm also interested in these lines up here on this road right here, you know. Even if they don't make it into this road, all off this road here. And it looks like Algol and Uranus and the 11th house goes out to this little lake right here too. So there's a couple of lakes that I'm interested in. And Algol is, of course, the demon that rules neck injuries and head injuries. Uranus is the shocking event. The 11th house rules other people's children. Now, to Daniel, they are other people's children, aren't they? So I'm interested in this area out here, even on this road here, I'm interested in. Let's see. Jupiter goes through here. Again, this could be an older sibling off this road here. Then we have, it's kind of weird how Mars, which rules a vehicle, or a weapon, or something sharp, or an accident, right? Look where Mars, here's Mars. It goes right down the damn driveway. Whoop! There's their driveway, and here's the planet Mars, right here on, look at all my mile markers. Boom, 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 right at the edge of the driveway. Like, you can't make that up, okay? So the crime chart is telling us that this is a hot spot. At the end of this driveway, there's activity here. I have 3 mile markers right at the end of that driveway, right on the planet of Mars. Mars rules action and a vehicle, right here, coming right down the damn driveway, right there. So you can't make that up. That's pretty intense. Castor and Pollux, they're siblings. Okay, they're the Gemini twins. So I am interested in that line, just because, you know, it does rule siblings, Castor and Pollux. And it goes out to this road that I do believe that they found things. Mars goes all the way out to this road as well. And I believe that they found like something over here on this, like, follow this road around. You can see here where they found stuff. Here's a mile marker right on it where an intersection is, right? So these mile markers, I do believe they play a role. Some Some astrologers don't like them, some do. But right here you can see a mile marker where you would have to turn. You'd have to make a decision to either go straight or turn left, right? So the vertex is a serendipity line. And then I have the 5th house, which is in Scorpio, which does rule death and transformation, is where they found, I think, a piece of the blanket right here, right on this line, in the 5th house. The 5th house rules children. So I don't know if it was set up. I don't know if it was placed there on purpose, but the astrology is saying it's here, okay, on the 5th house cusp, which rules children. So I am interested in this little area here, Pluto in the 7th house. DNA is out here. So I am interested in like this road that leads out to where the lines are. I am interested in that. And then, let's see. Even up into the crick here. Ceres is how you raise children. Saturn and Pisces, it can be a physical body near or in water. Okay. And like I said, Mercury, that line right there, I am interested in. Because I think they get into trouble about 8:30. Jack and Lily, I think it's around 8:30 in the morning that Mercury is ruling that AC, and Pluto is in a weird spot for them. It just doesn't look good. I did push these lines all the way out to where this water is. So the Mercury goes all the way out to the ocean here. So I did find that interesting. Out to the edge of this ocean. I guess it's the ocean out there. I have to check that with Kylie's. Okay. Yes, I have been doing for a while now for Summer and Sebastian, and doing Jack and Lily. Do you do astrology, Kylie's nails? I've got my spirit box going. I will let you know if something comes up. Okay. Yeah, I did a summer spirit box for Summer too, and they were very clear that she got hurt on that property. Like they said she fractured her head. I don't know if that's true or not, but you can hear it clear as day. I have a spirit box session. If you guys go back to my on my videos, you'll see it. Summer Wells spirit box session. It's crazy, the things that I caught. I'll do another one soon. Maybe when I'm mapping, we can listen to the spirits if you want to do that. Because I'll just be mapping and recording myself, and then we can just listen to the spirits if you guys want to do that tomorrow night or Saturday. All right, so we'll aim for tomorrow night or Saturday. We'll do Summer's map, and her map will look like this, like Jack and Lily's. And then I have to redo Sebastian Rogers' map. I have to redo everything. All right, I will see you guys later. I'm going to pop over and let's go say hi to Ziggy. And all right, I'll see you all soon, okay? See you guys tomorrow night or Saturday. All right, love you all. Be kind to one another. Be good to one another, okay? All right, blessings to you all.